All right, we are here with session 18 of Strahd's Cursed Eviction Notice. Here with Bralef and the Coffee Lich. How are you both doing today?
Doing good.
I'm good. Jinx.
Oh, it looks like you've got disadvantage on all ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws for the rest of the set. Oh my god, and he's gone. Sorry, that scares me because I don't hear the sound. I just look over and see that Keith has completely discorporated. Hello, welcome back. All right, so last time as I go ahead and unveil the screen, the players, along with the Order of the Silver Dragon, of which Keith is part of, took on
Yeah.
the... I hate to use this term, but they're technically called the Barovian Witches, led by none other than Baba Lysaga herself and her giant creeping hut, featuring Green Rock from the Paper Mario series right here. He survived. As for Keith's other people, their fates cannot be determined at this time. Check in with me later. But you successfully defeated Baba Lysaga. She dropped her shriveled heart, which I believe one of you, I'm going to say, took into custody, and I can be corrected on the specifics now or in a bit. And you all received, I believe you received, some fun stuff last time, if anyone wants to describe that.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like physical stuff, I don't think I got anything.
Mm-hmm.
I got new powers.
Yeah, I got Carrion has the gem that was powering Baba Lysaga's hut. Which I don't know what if we can use it for anything yet. Let's see. I thought I misremember Julian taking the heart, but apparently, according to my inventory, Carrion has it.
So Julian took it first.
Mm-hmm.
And took quite good care of it. After which, after some bonuses were provided, it fell to the ground, and that's where Carrion was able to kind of pick up the remains.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, also we got the instrument we've been looking for, which was the Sun Sword, was it?
Mm-hmm.
In a way.
Sun Sword Plus.
Sun Sword
Plus.
Plus, because I'm really feeling actually, because I've been running White Plume Mountain, which was the Tales from the Yawning Portal adventure after the one I think you all stopped with, if I'm remembering correctly. And boy, oh boy, does that thing only give things to, like, +1 chainmail, martial weapon, like, it gives nothing to anyone else. And so the Sun Sword is similar. Like, typically only what spellcasters can't use it. They're kind of SOL. Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, it's been enhanced. It's been buffed for your pleasure. And yeah, you're back at the hut here.
For whole pleasure.
Yeah, you look. Actually, depending on who takes hold of it, like the hilt starts to change form. It becomes for extra grip. I'll stop there. As for those bonuses provided by the heart, if you want to quickly recap, we can, or we can keep that a secret for down the line.
Well, basically, Julian is a vampire using the Grim Hollow campaign transformation rules. So, Julian picked up the heart and drank it dry and gained its power and increased his power as a vampire. And I got some fun new combat options and a fun new narrative flaw that will probably come up at some point later on.
Very exciting. All right, thank you for the description. Anything else from you all that I may have forgotten before I actually start session off?
I think that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since that is everything, let me go ahead and take you over to the hut. And let me swap out the music. You will find yourselves the middle of the map. Go ahead and scroll the camera up this way. So to recap, you've technically glimpsed into this map before, but the only one who's been in here in any sort of large capacity has been Keith's familiar Carrion, who is mechanically an imp, but is flavorful not. Would you like to open the door?
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay. Let me scroll. So to recap, this hut is 15 feet on a side and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, I imagine, a slender wardrobe, I imagine is this, a wooden table, a stool. Here's the wooden table. I wouldn't classify this a stool, but what do I know? A barrel-topped wooden chest, reinforced with brass bands. An iron tub stained with blood, above which is nailed a corpse to the ceiling. And a ghastly wooden crib that is bolted to the ground. You all are free to move about the cabin.
Well, at least now we know, thanks to the official description, that the person nailed to the ceiling is, in fact, a corpse.
Yep.
Ghastly looking place.
Yep. So I recall, did the Rock actually survive? I think he did.
Yes, unfortunately for The Rock and myself, there was never really a good moment for... I would have loved for The Rock to like swoop in and steal the kill on Baba Lysaga or something, but unfortunately the opportunity, at least in this timeline, has never presented itself.
He was doing recon the whole time.
Mhm.
All right.
They can't all be winners.
Carrion would have informed the party about where he found the thingy.
Under the floorboards.
Yeah, specifically it was under the crib, right?
That's correct. Yes, was able to tear up the floorboards enough for at least Carrion to get inside. For you all, it requires a little bit more effort. But
Was there anything else in there?
I don't think there's anything else in the hole. In an alternate timeline, an alternate campaign, I put the stuff from the chest in the hole because I think I misread, but not to spoil that there's stuff in the chest. There's nothing else in the hole other than that gem.
Gotcha.
I am going to investigate the slender wardrobe.
The slender ward. Let's find out. I apologize. It doesn't give... Oh, there's soiled robes and assorted spell components. Wait, sorry. Soiled robes in the wardrobe. The assorted spell components are in the wicker cabinet. I'm sorry to spoil that for you right now, but...
It's fine. We'll just say that I soldier that next.
All right, anything from you,
You can
Keith?
put soiled robes in here. Maybe she didn't install a bathroom. Or even so much as a chamber pot.
Keith will...
As you step towards the chest, the body on the ceiling begins to cough.
Hey, you're supposed to be a corpse. The narration said so.
Kill it!
No, but Keith will go, oh god, they're still alive.
The ethical choice here would be to put them out of their misery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't really have any healing magic unless... Do we have potions of healing? No, I have one. So the person is nailed to the ceiling, right? How many nails?
There are 13 iron rods bent at the ends
Fuck.
to keep her from sliding off.
Rod's bent at the end. Fuck.
Please
I
help me.
I
The
apologize.
best I can do is a clean death, Chief.
I apologize if I didn't make the situation feel the proper intensity by saying she was nailed to the ceiling. I'm so sorry. That is like 95% genuine.
I thought it was gonna end up being like nailed in a fucking like crucifix style
Ooh.
thing.
Hmm.
14 iron rod sounds a lot more D&D witch though. I like that a lot more.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you if you want to open the chest.
I mean, if the body's alive, I'd probably. Yeah, I open the chest.
You can do whatever. I didn't mean to. I'm not trying to railroad you, but I needed her to cough at some point. And I thought it would be funniest if it happened while you were going for the treasure.
Keith's gonna be like,
in the middle of the like Link opening a big chest, like da 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 da. You just get interrupted by an NPC coughing in the background, and Link's just like, "You're spoiling the moment." Tries to open the chest again.
Keith will say, "Well, you're stronger and you can climb on ceilings, so if we're gonna help this person, it should probably be you."
Voluntold,
we're just helping. Just helping everyone now. Like, our time's not worth anything. Climb, climb, climb.
Was there something particular you wanted to do next?
Leave. We have a vampire to kill.
Yeah, but like, where would we be going?
I don't know. Look, I
There
don't
you
see
go.
all that much value in saving this one, but if it'll make you content,
I think we should at least try.
I will climb up the wall and attempt to like unceremoniously yank the metal rods out of the ceiling.
Okay. Can you give me
13 strength checks?
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like in the spirit of things, I should ask you for. I'm gonna do a skill challenge, but it's not gonna be 13. It's just gonna be 3 successes before 3 failures. Can you give me athletics?
16, 26, 19.
Okay. I'd like to ask for the DC was 17. I feel like now that I didn't say that beforehand, it feels like I'm just specifically gearing it against your rolls, but
DC was 27.
Okay, so 3 successes before 3 failures, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's 2 successes, 2 failures.
Oh, Lord. Oh, thank the morning Lord, I guess. All right. You're able to successfully pry the iron. It says stakes now on this sentence, but
iron stake, you say?
So it says iron rods 2 paragraphs ago, but in this paragraph it says if and when players pry the iron stakes from his body, she cries in pain and passes out. Well, it says promptly faints, but I'm gonna say, I mean, she was already pretty much unconscious, but she's like even more unconscious now.
I imagine that she just immediately like falls face first into the tub.
I was about.
Keith will try to catch her. He's not very strong, but it'll probably be softer than landing in the tub.
Can you give me your choice of an acrobatics check or a dexterity saving throw?
She just hits her like front teeth on the top, on like the rim of the on the rim of the tub. She's alive, but like, oh man, her dentist bills are gonna be outrageous.
You successfully, she like flips so that her like her back is towards the ground, and Keith successfully catches her. And congratulations, you now have a body in tow.
Add it to the inventory.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta put that in the bag of holding.
Is this person dying, stable? What's their state?
Can you give me a survival check? Or is it medicine? Your choice. Sorry, I think it's supposed to be medicine, but
those are the same thing. 9.
I think she might require immediate medical attention. There are 13 holes in her body. That shouldn't be there.
The way you said that, I like metagamed have a feeling about her, but
Huh? What do you mean? You know something I do not. They're like a
Uh,
creature type
we,
or something.
I mean, like the fact that the description swapped to referring to the metal things as iron stakes immediately
You're
implies it's
right.
a vampire.
yeah.
You're
I was gonna ask after you said that. I'm like, oh, she's a vampire. I'm gonna see if she has fangs, but like, I don't know if Keith would have thought of that.
So not to show my hand because this is primarily because I'm gonna forget, but I had my other Strahd session yesterday and the characters thought a vampire was someone else, specifically someone that you all have seen very recently. Ouch.
Wait, you phrased that kind of like backwards. So they're thinking that someone else was a vampire.
So you all think this thing is this person is a vampire, and then my players thought a vampire was this person, this specific.
Oh, interesting.
This person is
So, like,
impaled with
like,
iron stakes. Clearly, that means there's a vampire somewhere in Barovia.
I think what he's saying is like they encountered a vampire before finding this person nailed to the ceiling and assumed that this person nailed to the
Yeah.
ceiling was
Oh.
that vampire.
Close, but this was after they encountered this person nailed to the ceiling.
Well, now I'm very confused about your other group.
Okay.
Then.
I understand, but
All right, well, you've got this body. You can get back to the chest if you would like. You know, there's a nice tub there for her to lie down in. You know, there's no water, but
let's get some nice running water over this person. That'll clear you up.
I don't know. That might not actually impact her depending on what Grim Hollow transformation level she's at.
We'll lie you down on this crucifix. We'll cook you up some garlic bread. You'll be feeling right as rain in no time.
Lightning, have you finished watching the first Netflix Castlevania yet?
I absolutely have. Lord have mercy, do I adore season 2. My favorite character, or one of my favorite characters, is the bald guy, shaved head guy, the badass. One of the two. I don't want to say lackeys. It's not Ethan. What's his name? The one who carried the entire like third season on his back. And his back is quite relevant to who he is.
Oh,
as a
the
person.
bald guy, Isaac.
Yes, Isaac. Oh God, I adore Isaac. I also like Lenore. And of course the main three. I love the main three. They're like the best.
Yeah, I love Isaac. I really came around on Isaac. Anyway, I bring it up because of the fact that they actually directly address the idea of like, so a crucifix allegedly has inherent power over vampires, but not all vampires come from areas where Christianity is commonplace. How do you explain that? And Trevor is just like, well, the thing is that it's actually because of how their brains are wired. They're not human. They're a predator species different from humans. So, like, shoving a very particular, like, geometric shape directly into their line of sight fucks with their brains.
Oh, was that the season 4 thing when he picked up that other weapon? And
yes,
yes, that was so cool.
I watched that one scene on YouTube like 20 times.
Oh,
it's
so good.
Fun.
So good. But yes, I adore Netflix Castlevania. I have not yet started Nocturne.
Nice. But yeah, I brought it up because of Bralef's comment about like, set you down on this nice big crucifix. And I was immediately like, what would Christianity have to do with like Barovia in D&D? It's like you could absolutely still like introduce that exact concept in here, but you would have to like come up with some kind of explanation like that for like, okay, well, why does this walk? And it's like, well, it's got to be the holy symbol of something then.
Fun fact, in the early Zelda games, before they created their own religion, Christianity was canon, and Link was a God-fearing man.
I see.
Which is why his shield has a cross on it.
Oh.
In the early games.
I see.
There's also just straight up official art of Link like praying to like the Jesus crucified statue.
I think I might have seen that.
it's always very strange and like takes me aback anytime I see like any references to Batman potentially being Christian. Like
Bats like cathedrals, man.
yeah.
Oh.
Like in one episode of Batman the Animated Series, we saw him like we saw him say something like "What in heaven's name" or something like that. And there was one Red Hood movie where Red Hood is like being like, why won't you kill the Joker? It'd be so hard for you. And his response was, God Almighty, no. And I was like, that's such a real. That just sounds like such an odd line to come from Batman of all people. You wouldn't expect Batman to be a God-fearing man.
It reminds me of a Honkai Star Rail because they exist on different planets and they travel to different planets. And one of the main girls, March 7th, says, "You know what they say? When in Rome." And then the little bunny conductor for the train that they use to travel from planet to planet is like, "Rome? What?" Anyway, so she must know about
Hell is
Rome.
What's Rome?
March 7th,
Minnesota is
crazy.
canon in Pokemon.
Oh, is it? Wait, why? Do they talk about Juicy Lucy's in there or something?
No. And I think the first movie, Jesse and James are disguised as Vikings and talking with Swedish accents. And Brock's like, "Wow, I didn't know Vikings still existed." And Ash's like, "Yeah, I think they're from Minnesota."
Oh my gosh.
As a reference to the Minnesota Vikings, but like that implies that Minnesota is canon,
That's funny.
and also that
Also
like
Vikings.
yeah, but also like that sport. I don't know what sport the Vikings actually are.
Oh, it's football.
My guess was hockey.
Dude, Pokemon football and Pokemon would be awesome.
I only know that because I actually have a Minnesota Vikings generic jersey. Not because I like American football, but I think my dad was there for some sort of work trip for some reason, and I guess got me one. But yeah, that's today's lightning fun fact, I guess. Okay, so back to chest and body and yeah. What would you like to do?
I am going to stand back here and try to open the chest of Mage Hand.
That was the correct. While the book I will bash right now because it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. It does have a range. Sorry, I just had to click to a second page.
Did I say over there? I meant over here.
I'm pretty sure you're far enough away. Oh.
And an 80-foot cone.
Let me just. I have to be completely honest here, so I'm gonna go ahead broadcast other no snapping.
It's gonna hit the rock.
It's actually not gonna hit the rock. It's gonna hit the both of you. So, a glyph of warding goes off. It is going to deal 5d8 thunder damage to the both of you. I believe you get to make a save.
God, I hope so.
A dexterity saving throw, and the heck? Why won't it give me a DC? Oh, it's probably based on hers. God, I gotta look at her. See?
22.
It is a 17, so Keith is fine. Oh my gosh, Julian with a natural 20. I'll go ahead and mark you as...
Thank the gods. I only got 26 health left.
Let's find out how much you're taking together. This is her last thing beyond the grave, so I'll roll this as Babula Saga herself. Let me make sure that dynamic dice are on. Strange. Oh, maybe it's because I'm doing it as Babula Saga. Okay. That is, I believe, 10 thunder damage to the both of you. But otherwise, chest is open. I'm just going to be completely honest with you right now. Normally, when this chest is open, in addition to the thunder damage, some 4 crawling claws come out, but I don't care.
Smash, smash, smash.
Oh yeah, hit points of 2? Oh my gosh. All right. Would you like to see inside?
I want to ask to the unconscious but notably alive lady, take the 21 thunder damage.
She was either lying in the bathtub and thus had full cover, or she was lying in the bed and was out of the angle. That's my that's my justification.
The bed would still subject her to it.
Fuck!
Consider if you would, it would be really, really funny if we went out of our way to save her and then we just immediately reduced her to giblets.
I will say that you see that she seems completely fine, other than the fact that she has 13 holes in her body that aren't supposed to be there.
The thunder damage blew all her hair off.
All right.
The thunder damage blew all the iron stakes out of her body, and now she's bleeding to death.
Wait, did you pull the stakes out, or did you pull her out? Stakes still in body. Actually, it's not an important clarification, but I still want to make it.
My exact phrasing was that I pulled the stakes out of the ceiling.
Out of the ceiling. Okay.
I didn't make any like specific I didn't specifically specify that I was going to remove the stakes from her.
I see. So I apologize for conflating the paragraph they gave me here with but same thing happens. We're still at this point. It's all okay. All right, so she's still got the rods, the stakes, the whatever they're called in there, the pittons. That's fine. She's technically fine. No need to worry about her right now. At least you don't have to worry about the 10 to 21 damage that she took.
Okay.
Progress, I think.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's basic stab wound physiology. If you get stabbed, you gotta leave the thing in, otherwise you're just gonna bleed out faster.
Yes, that's correct. All right, so chest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now both Keith and I now have reasons to open everything with Mage Hand for the rest of the campaign.
That one,
God damn it.
just to cover my own hide, I guess, the Glyph of Warding is canon in vanilla, I guess.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay, so I will read the list, and then in a bit I'll swap out the music. So, contained in the chest are various items, including 1,300 gold,
Damn.
5 gemstones, a vial containing clear gelatinous oil sparkling with tiny ultra thin silver shards, 2 spell scrolls, a pouch. I'm just going to tell you right now, the pouch contains 10 +1 sling bullets. I don't know when those are going to come into play, but that's what's in here. There is a set of Pipes of Haunting,
Ooh.
which I most recently saw playing Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, the board game. Good. You also see a stone that is basically polished agate, but different from the gemstones for reasons. There are 3 more things that I will explain to you that are in this chest. Let me swap out the music for this. So, first of all, I'd like to commend you both personally, Bralef and the Coffee Lich, for you're doing very well in this campaign. As per your reading with Madame Eva, I see a dead village drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world. As best as you, either as characters or players, can surmise, perhaps this may have been Baba Lysaga herself, as dead village drowned by a river does correspond to Berez. And with that in mind, it is my pleasure to present to you the second special magical item that you are meant to find on this journey that will help you against Strahd von Zarevich. You have discovered the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Ooh. Plus.
Plus probably. I actually don't. I have to think about to which party members I've
You can
discovered.
throw it as a buzzsaw.
So it is definitely plus in at least the fact that if you are not a cleric or paladin but good alignments, the people who developed this adventure would like you to go fuck yourselves. So that is definitely not something I'm going to be keeping.
It's water and psychic type. It knows rapid spin, Psybeam, bubble beam.
All right, you. It does look like a Pokemon, the Mega Evolution perhaps for army. But yeah, you can find out more about it on your next long rest as long as you hang out with it. For those of you in the class who aren't familiar, you don't need to cast the Identify spell. You can just hang out with it and like focus really, 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 really hard. But yes, this was as per your reading. And just beneath it are two additional items that are quite similar. You see one white tarot card and one black tarot.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's divvy this up. We both get 650 gold.
Ooh.
For the gemstones, should I write down a value for them?
Yes, you may. I'm not gonna. I'm like tempted to have someone role play. What's the word? Like
Appraisal.
appraisal. Yes, thank you. But I will say that you have enough of an eye. Depends where you sell it. I will. I'll get back to you. I will
Okay.
wait for an appraisal on that. But you can tell that they're probably expensive.
I'll
Congratulations.
keep them on me, and we can divvy up the money when we sell them.
Thank you.
What spell scrolls would those be?
The spell scrolls are for, as in vanilla, Mass Cure Wound and Revivify.
Ooh. I will
Cool.
add those to my list of spell scrolls.
I assume you don't need the material components for the Revivify if it's already in spell scroll form, or do you still need
Correct.
it? Okay.
Do you want to take the potion? I have the potion of invulnerability, so you can have the other one.
Oh,
Unless-
what was that again?
Gelatinous oil sparkles with tiny silver shards. I guess the fact that it says oil and not potion suggests maybe it's like you add it to a weapon and it becomes silvered or something. But
That is quite accurate. It is meant to. I'm going to say at least Julian and perhaps Bralef are able to tell that this is meant to be applied to a weapon. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is cool. This is way better than I thought it was based on the name. Oh man. Paladin in my session last night could have used this, although getting a Divine Smite and a critical Divine Smite on the vampire. It's just he was using a non-magical short sword.
we just got you some +1 short bows, right? Or was it short swords? Or was that a different campaign?
I think you're thinking of the +2
Short
short
swords that
sword
Dolce got.
Yes.
Thank you.
guys got in my game.
So what does Julian have for range damage right now?
Well, for range damage, I have a heavy crossbow with 19 remaining crossbow bolts. I also have 2 javelins,
Right.
and then the only other thing that I have is my Hell's Tendrils ability that has a range of 15. So I don't have much in the way of like actual proper range damage.
Yeah, because getting a sling or even just fucking making one wouldn't be too hard. Not that a sling is very good, but we got 10 +1 sling bullets. Do you want them?
I would also love if you reflavored the sling in case you actually go with that. If there's anything you can think of that would be epic.
What was that last part?
Oh, me?
Could you repeat that sentence?
Oh, yeah. If you choose to follow through on Bralef's idea, I would love if you reflavored it something badass. Not that there's anything, no offense to David from the Bible. Not that there's anything wrong with a sling.
I love slings. I just wish they were any good in this game.
Well, I can't wait to find out if they have a weapon mastery in 2024, 5th edition.
They presumably do. I want to say it's sap or slow.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll see.
I believe in one of the Coffee Lich's Halloween one shots, I reskinned Morty's sling into a throwing glove. So he just threw rocks.
Nice.
Let's see.
But yes, congratulations again on collecting 2 of the 3 foretold MacGuffins.
Hell yeah. Alright, we got more stuff. Pipes of Haunting, which I think you need to be proficient with instruments to use.
Damn.
Um,
I was like, you all need to pick up a bard. Well, I didn't mean
technically,
like but
technically anyone can be proficient in musical instruments. It's just no one chooses it because they're not very useful.
Mm-hmm.
I went with thieves' tools and carpenter's tools.
I have proficiency in playing chords.
I like that.
Nice.
That's always a fun one. Never comes up any more than musical instruments, but
Okay. I'm just adding everything to my inventory, but if you want to hold on to something, just let me know.
I think I'm good for the moment.
In that case, I will also
A polished agate that is different, that is legally different from the gemstones.
That's correct.
Love that.
polished agate, parentheses, different.
Parentheses,
Alright.
probably magic / cost.
Okay, fun fact about this. I'm going to tell you that it's not cursed. But the reason why I'm telling you that is because I've taken you all through the Shrine of Tamawakan, the Tales from the Yawning Portal adventure. You find one of these, but it's the cursed version. And then in either the next adventure or the one after, you find the same polished agate, but that was the good version. And that's what this one is.
I
Pretty fun.
see. All right.
All
Well,
right. With everything from the chest collected, anything else you all would like to do in here?
I guess I'll investigate the crib. Do I remember right that Carrion found a baby in there?
There did seem to be a baby in there. You can, now that this is the last thing you're investigating, you can look at the crib and let me check something here real quick.
There's merely a bloodstain.
A ghost all along.
Yeah, would you like to interact with the baby somehow?
So it's just a baby?
You can give me an investigation check to find out.
Is the baby fucking trapped? I guess I'll never know until I
The
pick
baby
it up.
is not trapped, but it looks like a baby, I guess, that's sleeping soundly in this crib.
10, 30 feet away and lift the baby with mage hand. No.
I chuck the baby.
All right, Keith will.
Can I ask Karen to give me an investigation check? I think it'd be really funny if if Karen got really good on this, and that I'm just, wow, it's a baby. It's a baby.
I see. Keith will say, "Well, the witches won't be taking care of this baby, so maybe we should give it to the Silver Order."
What do you mean the witches won't be? Huh? What led you to believe that? I say mostly in jest.
What witches?
Keith will kind of swaddle the baby.
The baby is an illusion. Your hands go right through.
Damn, Julian could have drank that baby. He doesn't say that. Huh. The baby's not real. I guess it's there to, I don't know, give second thoughts to whoever comes in here.
That's a good theory. I feel like remind me. We're not gonna remember. Remind me to tell you the reason once you find the third MacGuffin.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Carrion will appear and say, I'm curious if we can harness this house ourselves or if you need to be super powerful. Because I still got the heart, or the, whatever it was, orb.
Little gem.
Oh yeah, gem.
Blank gem. Something gem.
Hmm.
The chaos crystals, whatever they're called. Chaos emeralds. It's a chaos emerald.
Chaos crystals, fake fan.
Just out of curiosity, is there anything under the bed or the bathtub or any other secrets lying around?
I will be fully honest with you. I think that is. Oh my gosh. If the characters approach the hut at an appropriate time without being noticed, they can see Baba Lysaga bathing. Excuse me? Huh?
Just in case you wanna.
This is in the book. Oh my god, what the heck? Okay. I see. Aha. Well, that's it for you three, which is Baba Lysaga's hut. You pretty much found everything, so I'm probably just gonna take you over to this next. Oh, I forgot to show you the token I had prepared for the body. Let me close this. GM layer and token body.
Nice.
Beautiful.
All right, let me get this on the other map. And I'm going to take you all to the other map as I assume you'll be stepping aside or stepping outside quite soon. Honestly, there's nothing.
Probably.
Nope. All right. So if you look around the battlefield, you'll see again the Order of the Silver Dragon, including Keith, has been victorious for the first time in what feels like hundreds of years. You even see good old Commander Vladimir Horngard has come to. He's kind of like sitting in what appears to be a daze despite taking lethal damage because, well, you know, something, Revenant Immortality. I know that typically does take longer, but for reasons, he is back, not on his feet, but on his butt. And you see that there is an exclamation point above him that is keyed specifically to Keith's color.
Meow. Hey, you're alive.
Hey there, Sonny. Alive is that's kind of offensive to say. Don't say things.
Hey, you can hear me.
Hey, you all.
What's that thing Godfrey's always saying? I think, therefore I am. I am. Good job defeating. He begins to refer to Baba Lysaga. I know I said the F word earlier, but he calls her the B word, which I feel I'm not in the mood to cuss. I also don't like using that word, so he calls her that, and he commends you both on the good job that you did.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh right, this exclamation point's above me. A lot happened. What's that? To recap, you all have relit the beacon of Argynvostholt.
I believe we did,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, so Vladimir is gonna kind of like rub his eyes and say, "What's going on over there? Is that one of them space orbital lasers the Vishtani be talking about sometimes?"
Sorry, what?
No, I think it's a symbol of Argynvostholt determination or hope.
Oh. Oh yeah, we had those like meetings before every battle, like blah blah blah, we can do it, believe in yourselves, heart of the cards, all that shit. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'll have to get better curtains, I guess. Wait. Wait, if that's lit, who's got the fancy weapon?
Oh, me. And Keith will pull it out.
Ah, nice. All right. Well, I guess I better watch out, right?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, what was that thing you were looking for again? You said you're looking for something, right?
I think I heard it referred to as an instrument of order, which I assumed was this thing.
That? I mean, I thought you were looking for the one that was from here specifically. That instrument of order is an import. It wasn't originally from here. I didn't realize you were looking for that one. I thought you were looking for a different one.
There's another one?
There's the one that's native to this land. That one's an import, like I am. We're not from this land. We came here. What's that term? We colonized. Well, maybe not we did, but the other people did. We came here to liberate. We were liberators, not colonizers. The King Barov and all those people, they were the colonizers. We had to liberate. But yeah, that ain't. I don't think that's what you're looking for, man.
Huh.
Like that is the instrument of, what did you call it? Yeah, it's one of those, but it's not the one that's from here.
Huh. Do you know where I can find that one?
It's tricky to say. I'm not really the smart one. That was like Godfrey's doing.
Mhm.
But if you haven't come across it yet, where haven't you been yet? Well, I guess you wouldn't know where you haven't been yet if you haven't been there.
Keith will list off the places they've been in Barovia so far.
Oh wow, you've been and there. And there. Wow. Okay. Huh. Well, you've hit up most of the major towns except for Kresk.
Kresk, huh?
Look, I think you best probably talk to Godfrey. I probably can't help you much there, but if you're looking for something else, oh, you there? And he points at Julian. You look like you're in need of direction in your life. Tell me, what makes you tick? What kind of stuff are you looking for, kiddo?
Power, if I had to put a word to it.
Power, you say? Okay, well, if you're looking for power, let me tell you. See, I may not know where things are, like what you're looking for. He gestures towards Keith. So you'll have to talk to Godfrey. But for you, if you want power, can I tell you where to go? So if you're looking for power, there's two places I've heard about where you can get lots of power. One is them forest folk on Yesterhill in the southwest of Barovia. I hear like they haven't been indoctrinated into the existing society. Like, you see all those lamos in Valaki and the village of Barovia. But those forest folk, they keep to themselves. And they are not easily conquered, I tell ya. So I know that there are some powerful things going on that way. Also, you best watch out because I hear in Kresk, in the Abbey of St. Markovia, there's some crazy powerful person who could use a big ol' ass kicking. Like one of them religious types. Know what I mean? What you didn't hear from me.
Hear what from you?
Huh? Hear what from me?
Keith winks.
Why are you winking at me, man? I'm in a dedicated relationship with Godfrey.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Did you know it's canon? Like, if you look in the book?
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, because technically that beacon was supposed to wipe both of us out, so it would be kind of sad. Well,
Damn.
we would have been happy. No, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what am I talking about? He, like, slumps back on the ground. And just to make my job a little bit easier, right as if on cue, you actually see that Godfrey himself has come down to check on you all. And he'll say, well, good work, everyone. The beacon is restored. Hope has returned yet again to the lands. Vladimir, I see you're in good health. Keith and Julian, thank you for your work defeating that foul fiend. She is not like the likes of General Strahd and won't be reviving anytime soon. So, now that you all have defeated the evil, saved the city, where would you all be headed next?
Not entirely sure.
Probably to one of the places Vladimir just listed that I probably should have written down as he was saying them.
Probably, yeah.
Well, that's okay. You probably didn't have to write that down. I imagine those were specifically for Julian.
Ah.
I didn't write them down either. Thing.
Right. Let me write that down here real quick. So, first thing he said was the forest folk. Let me send this as Vladimir. The forest folk at Yesterhill, as well as the Abbey of St. Markovia in. Now, as for you, Vladimir kind of calls out, "Hey, Godfrey, Keith here needs some of your nerdy knowledge. Keith, go ask Godfrey. I can't help."
All right. So I was told that this super cool thing I just got isn't actually what I was looking for, apparently. He says there's a more local artifact.
Oh, yes, most likely. Again, the most of the denizens of Barovia are not native to this. At least their ancestors are not native to this land. The forest folk, the swamp folk, and the mountain folk are the original denizens of the land. King Barov, Queen Ravenovia, and their people came here, settled the land, and eventually the Order of the Silver Dragon did follow suit. I believe you're looking for one of the instruments of order, correct?
Right.
Okay, there are 3 potential places that I've heard that such a thing resides, other than the one that was under Argynvost's care. A more recent acquisition, if you will, as I can tell you for sure that is not something that we wielded back when we were all alive. But that is royalty, that I can tell you that for sure. Or of, I guess, royal use, whatever the term is. So,
Yeah, that'd be great.
The third, there are 3 potential places that the instrument of order could be. Based on my findings, based on what I've looked at in my time here, given the limited knowledge available to me here. Would you like them in order of, would you like the bad news first or the good news first?
The bad news?
Bad news first. All right. So one of the theories is that the instrument of order involves, so both dimensions and recovery. And as such, is one of the prized possessions in Strahd's castle, atop one of the highest towers.
I see. One of the highest towers of Strahd's castle. He was hoping to stop there, but good to know.
As for the good news, the more easily accessible places that I've heard such a thing could reside. They say that the Wizard of Wine's winery, directly to our west, grows the most delicious, lush, and exquisite grapes, despite the weather being less than ideal and despite ground conditions being less than ideal. They say that the recovery portion of this instrument of order might be the reason why the Wizard of Wine's winery does so well. And so the second location, the instrument of order, could possibly be the Wizard of Wine's winery.
Seems easy enough.
The last place that I've heard a powerful artifact being held, which could very well be the instrument of order, is sorry. I have to think about something for just a sec. There is. This is not me. The coincidence here is quite interesting. This has the. It's interesting when your side quests overlap. There is an abbey in Kresk. I hear there is a strong resonance of power in the abbey. But rest assured, it might be difficult to get into Kresk. They're not particularly welcoming of outsiders, so I've heard. I'm sure that it might be easier if both of you had the ability to disguise yourselves, but who has that access to that kind of thing nowadays? But just play your cards right. Yeah.
Good to know. Sounds like we got plenty of places to check.
Guess so.
Yes. Actually, at this rate, it kind of feels like you all are now crossing over to the latter half of your journey. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and recap for you that here, Castle Ravenloft, atop one of the high towers. Beneath the Wizard of Wine's winery and the Abbey of St. Markovia Inn. And that coincidence there was not on purpose. But Sir Godfrey will help Vladimir up to his feet. He will have their arms around each other.
Those guys seem like really good friends.
Yep.
When you all woke up, when did you rest between when you got back or what was it, like the sun setting and then like they came up? Actually, I think it's night has fallen, if I'm understanding correctly.
I think we took a short rest before the fight, but not a long rest.
Okay. Well, in that case, let me go ahead and drag you all to your rooms. If you all are interested in taking that long rest, where your level up technically officially happens, you've already performed. All right, so let me. All right, folks, go ahead and rest up. Let me go ahead and drag. Let's see, Julian and Keith. Oops. Let me grab Carrie in too. I don't remember where Sniffles is on this map, but let me take it here. Yeah, feel free to take your long rest. And does anyone need a break?
I think I'm good. Though during this rest, I would like to identify some items.
Yes. Haha. Before I ask you if you would like which items specifically you would like to identify, because I feel like you'd only be able to identify one technically, and then Julian would be able to identify the other one. Which of the places, it would help me out at least, are you interested in checking first?
Let's see. Castle Ravenloft is a later thing.
What do you mean? I literally titled one of the episodes where you all were there like a player's clip into the final boss area or something. It's not up on YouTube yet, but it's scheduled.
Nice.
Wizard of Wines sounds simple enough, though. Who knows? The basement's probably filled with like magic wine monster or some shit. But the Abbey and Kresk can serve both of our purposes, so it sounds like might be hard to get in there. And then Forest Folk at Yester Hill, but I don't know what that's going to consist of.
Yeah. So, for my things for the Forest Folk at Yester Hill and the Abbey of St. Markovia, the implication was just there is like power to be gained here and powerful foes to fight. But for your list that you were given, including Castle Ravenloft, the Wizard of Wine's winery, and also the Abbey, was that the possible locations for the Instrument of Order that you were looking
Yes.
for? Okay.
Keith, do you
Well-
bleed?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Well, we
Julie,
might
you
as well try for the Abbey of St. Markovia in Kresk, just because it'll cut off like 2 possible side quest options for us in one go.
Works for me.
Unless we're like notably closer to one of these things than the others.
According to
True.
the map, you are basically how do I will be frank with you, not our friend Frank. That's the Forest Folk at Yester Hill is the farthest out of everything on the list that isn't Castle Raven.
Mm-hmm. Well, I say we head over to Kresk then. Oh, and how much gold did I get? 650, was it?
Yep.
That literally increased how much gold I had tenfold.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot.
had
There's a lot
exactly
here.
65. I had exactly 65.
I had 325.
Goddamn.
Well, I had that silver bar from the.
Yeah. Alright. So I guess we're full health now. We're gonna make our way over to Kresk then.
But
Nice.
we still gotta identify some items.
Yeah.
Oh yes, which items?
I guess Keith will start with the holy symbol.
Oh, you're
So
starting with the holy
maybe we
symbol.
should save it for last for dramatic purposes.
Okay,
I don't recall where you got that holy symbol from.
We just got it from the chest.
one of your
Oh.
3 MacGuffins.
It's the stormy looking thing.
Oh, that. Okay. Yeah, that. Okay. The holy symbol of Raven. Okay, fair enough. It wasn't listed among the loot that Lightning posted, starting with 1,300 gold pieces. So forgot.
Oh right, because it was like the 3 super important ones.
Well then, I guess I will walk on, identifying the polished agate if it's something that is able to be identified. Then.
Okay, so the polished agate is a luckstone.
Ooh.
I knew it.
And then, in case you were curious, the one in is like the like this is a stone of good luck, and then the one in Shrine of Tamawakan is like stone of bad luck.
Requires attunement. All right. Well, let's see. Luckstone. Oh, and So I assume, for the sake of balance, Carrion and my summons cannot identify items during a short rest.
Yeah, what was the stipulation that I gave? Like why they couldn't wield the sun sword? There was like some reason that I gave. It was like you have to.
I don't remember, but that sounds familiar.
I'll have to check the video.
Interesting.
Um, and then you want to know about the symbol?
Yes, but before that, if we don't have time to identify it now, I would at the very least probably ask like Godfrey or something. So the tree is inanimate, and for all intents and purposes, it's now just part of the silver hold, the silver order. So I guess I would ask Godfrey if, to his knowledge, the gemstone that we took from the house would have any use to us or them.
Oh, let me look at that real quick. And he asks to see the gem.
Carrion will hand it over.
Okay. As you hand it over, he kind of examines it and he says, "Oh, I wish I could say the gem could be of assistance to us, but it does not seem to. We don't seem to be compatible with its magic."
Ah. Have to be a certain kind of spellcaster to be able to wield it. Noted.
I'm sure you'll find someone capable of bringing out its magical properties. There are many talented people throughout the realm. In fact, I've even heard, what was it? One of the burgomaster's kids in Lucky was a talented magician or something like that. I'm sure he's kicking around.
Keith just
somewhere.
sucks in through his teeth. Yeah, I'll be sure to ask him the next time I see him.
Well, then may you cross paths soon.
I'm just picturing like we get it up and running, and then like once per long rest, we can call in a like artillery strike from the house.
Oh wait, hold on, that's kind of epic.
A boulder just rains from the sky. But since we're not compatible, that's fine. We'll do something with it someday. Oh. I like that the skull is just permanently on the map now.
Oh yeah, I forgot you all are on this map. Trying to find guess. Oh, Syphils, there you are. There you are, bestie. Are you all ready to progress through Barovia? While you do not know your exact heading, Godfrey will basically tell you, continue along a path. You'll see signage that leads you to your correct destination.
Yep. But first, how about we look at that holy symbol?
Oh, right. Sorry. The holy symbol of Ravenkind. Let me swap back to the fancy. Oh, you found something important to this. Okay. I feel like you wouldn't know this specifically, but I'm sure Sir Godfrey, the one of the mods or one of the mod writers that have applied to this campaign, labels Sir Godfrey as like one of the most helpful, if not the most helpful NPC in the entire campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that he would, because again, to recap, in vanilla, I think he's the only one who isn't under the influence of the beacon. And I guess the fact that I'm keeping him alive after you've all relit the beacon means he's even more helpful.
Oh yeah.
So he'll explain to you that the holy symbol of Ravenkind is a unique holy symbol sacred to the good-hearted faithful of Barovia. It predates the establishment of any church in Barovia. According to legend, it was delivered to a paladin named Lugdana by a giant raven, or an angel in the form of a giant raven, Lugdana used the holy symbol to root out and destroy nests of vampires until her death. The high priest of Ravenloft kept and wore the holy symbol after Lugdana's passing. The holy symbol is a platinum amulet shaped like the sun with a large crystal embedded in its center. I imagine you could probably melt it down if you want to make some platinum pieces or something, but you probably don't want to do that. This is all vanilla, because I actually haven't adjusted this. The holy symbol has 10 charges for the following properties and regains 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. I'll, of course, paste this for you all down the line.
Mhm.
I theoretically don't think you'll be using this anytime soon, but God, I'm actually kind of scared to give you this because I don't remember if I've given the other party this, like the first party, and if they have, if they figured out what it does. The first thing you can do is called Hold Vampires. As an action, you can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and a vampire spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol when it flares must make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target is paralyzed for 1 minute, and it can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns to end the effect on itself. The second thing you can expend charges for is less. You all don't have Turn Undead or Turn the Unholy. I see. You can give them disadvantage if you are like a cleric or a paladin. Also, this is another. Well, I've already given you the Sunsword Plus, so I feel like this one isn't as bad. As an action, you can expend 5 charges while presenting the holy symbol to make it shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. The light is sunlight, which, as a reminder, the daylight spell does not count as sunlight, but this light does, and lasts for 10 minutes or until you end the effect. No action required. Oh, sorry, let me toggle this. But yeah, congrats on the second MacGuffin. You've got 1 left. Again, you can just attack Strahd right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
I'm sure he doesn't have any legendary resistances.
Yes, of course. All right. Anything else from you all?
Let me just write this down. 1d. What is it? 1d4 plus 6 charges at dawn?
Let me see. Sorry. The holy symbol is 10. 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. That's
No,
correct.
1d6 plus 4. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. You want me to hold on to this, Julie?
The sunlight, like the sun flashlight, separate from the Sunsword Plus.
Julian, speak to me. I know he's paralyzed. I'm gonna go check on Coffee Lich.
Okay. Well, then I will go ahead and pause us real quick. Okay. And so congratulations again on the, what's this called again? Symbol of Ravenkind. You can tell that I don't handle this one much. In my first group, it's the third. If they've gotten it, it's the third one. It's definitely not the first one. The first one they got was the one that you all don't have yet. But yes, you know the general direction to go. So without further ado, I'll probably start moving you. Oh, actually, you can move Carrion, right? The token, or do you not have access to?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I ask you to move west. All right. Feel like so. Let me reveal this little cut right here. Oh, sorry, that's that from the encounter from before. Pay no attention to that one. Okay. So, Area R. Let me read this off for you all real quick. Oh yeah, you all can't see it. So this stretch that you're about to arrive at of the old Svalich Road has multiple branches. You see a weather-worn signpost next to the road, specifically right. I'm gonna move this to the token layer, right here where the R is.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 arms of the sign point along the 3 branches of the road. The arm pointing north reads Kresk. And through the woods, you can see smaller. You can see an arching stone bridge spanning a river. The arm pointing east reads Valaki, and the road slows up gradually in that direction. You imagine that's actually the road you're on right now. And the arm pointing southwest reads the Wizard of Wines. The road slopes gently downward in that direction. Let me post that for you all here. And let me go ahead and place your token basically right here. And this is in case you change your mind and want to, drink it up. Or visit the great town of Valaki, the greatest town in Barovia that is definitely still intact and is not ashes.
Woohoo!
We don't need
Glad
to
to
check
know.
up on them. They're fine.
I'm glad to hear that it's still intact and not ashes.
All right.
And I'm going to reveal more of the map generally because, of course, you do see more as you travel. There's like another path that goes down this way. And as a reminder, this red is more for my benefit. I've just displayed it on the map for you all just to make things easier for all of us collectively.
Gotcha.
Guess
So, so if my understanding is correct, this is the path back to Valaki, right?
Yes, that's correct. If you check it out, it kind of slopes all the way back to that pile of ashes over there.
Mm-hmm. And this is the path to
Kresk.
Kresk?
That is correct, yes.
So which of these two goes to the Wizard of Wines?
It's the left one. You can imagine that the signpost you're at is basically, if you look at this intersection right here, basically north, Kresk, east, Valaki, southwest, Wizard of Wines, from where Carrion is on the map right now.
So we have no indication of what this is or what this is?
That is correct. You're kind of just supposed to see it as, perhaps off the beaten path could theoretically go down there because there's a gap in the trees. The fact that there's lines that way is, again, DM secret.
Mm-hmm.
You could certainly go that way, I imagine, actually. But as far as immediate headings go, you've got the 3 directions. 2, really.
Does Julian have any problem running water? I forget.
Not currently.
But we don't level up on this side of the.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, Strahd makes it so that you specifically has geared the encounter so that you level. Well, actually, now that you're getting transformation boot. Wait, is your flaw from level 2 or level 3 for the running water? 3, right? Unless.
It's definitely not level 2.
Yeah,
I've
because
already hit that.
Okay.
Point. Level 3.
Yeah, Strahd is talking to some
Cross.
vampire spawn.
Okay.
I need you to go to Kresk specifically, please, and then die, or re-die, or actually die.
Yep.
I've calculated the
let's
experience
see.
point. What do you mean the party is milestone? Huh? Sorry, go ahead.
At level 3, at course level 3, transformation level 3, rather, my flaw is Greater Sanguine Curse, and so that one is specifically you take 1d10 acid damage if you end your turn in running water.
Okay. That makes sense.
It doesn't prohibit me from crossing it. But let's see. Okay. And the flaw at level 4 is stake to the heart. Whenever you're attacked by a creature with a wooden or silvered weapon, if they score a natural 20 to hit, and you have 50 hit points or less, they manage to lodge their weapon into your heart, and you become paralyzed for 1 hour or until the weapon is removed, whichever is greater.
Oh my god.
So if someone's got a wooden or silvered weapon, if I'm not at full health, they just need to roll a natural 20, and then I'm just basically dead.
Gosh.
Which obviously is not super likely to happen just because of the lack of reason to have wooden or silver weapons otherwise.
Sorry.
But I do enjoy the idea of a person just rocking up with a quarterstaff, rolling a natural 20, and accidentally like breaking it off and then lodging it into my heart. It's like, oh my god, this isn't what I was trying to do at all. Holy fuck. No one wanted.
Adding what are those little, what's that wooden simple weapon?
Club?
Yeah. Be right back adding clubs to everyone's inventories. Not really.
I love the idea that impaling a vampire through the heart with a spear is no big deal, but if you take off the spearhead, suddenly it's a deadly weapon.
Spiritual significance or whatever.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we're heading north.
The idea of a wooden stake comes from the fact that, like, it was something that civilians would have access to, and the idea was specifically supposed to be while the vampire is sleeping, you put the stake up against their heart, and then you hammer the back of it to drive the stake in one fell go. It's not intended to be used as a combat thing, but the implication is actually that just you need to destroy the heart. So theoretically, anything that destroys the heart is good enough. But it's gotten like morphed into, it has to be a stake specifically. Even though in terms of like combat uses, it's an incredibly impractical tool.
Yeah, I know there's rules for it in D&D, but I don't remember what they are, and it would probably be metagaming for me to look it up.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you moved. Okay.
Yeah, we originally set out for Kresk, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right. There it is on the map. I'm going to read a description to you all, and then I'm going to take you over to the map, and we're going to do a scene. Let me ask real quick for you all. How are you all feeling?
Doing all right.
Feeling generally sick, but all right otherwise.
Okay.
If I seem kind of out of it at any point, that's why.
Okay. I'll give you the heads up. Let me move you right. You're basically here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read this. I will be pasting it, so no worries. For those of us in the present or the future who prefer to read things. The road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every, what does this say? 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you can see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the stone abbey. I will go ahead and take you all over Kresk map. I don't remember if I put your tokens on the... Oh, I forgot that. You will find yourselves on the bottom right, although I am seeing a lot of... Oh, okay, there we go. Let me copy your tokens. I must have gotten distracted as I was copying them during the rest. Right. You can,
Okay, so we'll...
Oh yeah, you would be here because you would have seen. And I will say, on the very far side of the map, you actually see what appears to be, well, if you look back at the Barovian map, you could tell you were nearing, what's it, the thing? According to Bralef's mental map, you were nearing the west side of Barovia. And it's actually, you see a wall of fog. And you see two things in front of the wall of fog. You see a woman wearing a black and purple dress who has a basket on her arm. She's taking flowers. She has a bottle of some sort of liquid and she's like sprinkling the flowers. And she's offering it to Bog in the Mist. There also seems to be some sort of white object next to her. But I will reveal more as you all get closer to the fork in the road.
You know, I didn't think to ask before we left.
Yeah, what's up? We can
Was
retroactively
the
do stuff.
what was that?
We can retroactively do
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
but what's up?
I was gonna ask about the status of the person we helped down from the ceiling.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about her. I'm sure Godfrey would have reluctantly been willing to take care of her. And I guess uh uh
Upon handing her over, would he say, "Holy shit, a vampire! Kill it"?
he would be confused as to the condition of the body. He would implore you to please let him know as soon as you find out anything. If you find out anything, you know, like, oh, hear ye, looking for woman who capable of having 13 iron rods driven through her.
You'd have to be inhuman to survive that.
Local carpenter would like a word with her. Sorry.
Technically speaking, anyone can have 13 iron stakes driven through. The real question is, can you do it again?
Was she just being used as like an Elizabeth Bathory thing, where it's like, oh, she's a vampire, so she won't die, so she'll bleed infinitely into the bathtub or something.
Let me add some. I didn't get to add these descriptors. She wears thorn thin rags. I guess she does bear a myriad of scars in a particular location. Some are old and almost faded away, but the newest seems to be scabbed over. That combined with the condition of the tub can probably venture a guess or four. Oh, I guess you could have technically spoken to her after a long rest.
Oh,
Beacon.
Do you want to have spoken to her beforehand?
sure.
Okay.
Might as well. If you don't mind doing it retroactively.
I'm worried. I want to do a flashback to it after this particular scene, and that once you get to the Gates of Kresk, but I feel like it might affect. Let me see. Is it okay if I do a flashback to it just down the line, because I feel like she's not in condition to follow you. That is for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. But yeah,
Fine by me.
feel free to move towards the fork, and to go to the fork, I'll reveal things. If you have access to things, which I hope you do. Again, you'll be on the bottom right of the map.
Yeah, Carrion will be invisible, so I'll just
Oh,
boop.
true. Okay.
On my shoulder.
So as you get closer, you kind of can make out the figure, the form of the people better. So again, there's a lady with long dark hair, black and purple dress, and floating next to her is a ghost.
Hey, wait a second.
What's up?
Hey, look, important looking NPC. Let's check them out.
Good. I'll stick with this one. So as you get closer, you see again this lady. She pulls out another flower. She unscrews the lid of the bottle. She pours some of the water on the flower. Some of it gets onto her hands. She offers it up to the fog wall. And at that point, you can see that after a moment, it dissolves in the fog wall. I don't think she's become aware of your presence just yet. Bralef, I'll leave it to you if the other NPC notices as well.
Well, Kate will just speak up and say, "What are you doing?"
Oh, you seem to have startled her as she recoils not too much, and she'll turn around and she'll say, "Oh, hello. Um, pleasure to meet you all. Sorry, I'm participating in just a silly little ritual honoring my family who have gone before me."
Huh. Are you from around here?
Me? Yes, I am. Oh, so she'll step forward, and she will say, "My name is Lady Lisa. I'm actually from the town of Valaki. Um, stepped away some time ago to make this pilgrimage. I'll be heading back soon, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you all.
Hmm.
And this here is my traveling companion," and she'll gesture towards the other character.
We met any ghosts yet? I guess we did in the death house.
Yes.
Been a while since I've seen a ghost.
This one looks a fair might bit friendlier than the last ones we've encountered.
I imagine the ghost would say hi. If that is correct on my part, I apologize for putting you on the spot like this,
Wait.
Bralef.
Wait, is it actually Silly Pickles? Okay. Then yeah, she'd probably be friendly and shit.
All right, so the ghost is friendly and shit towards you all.
How silly.
Anyway, where are you all? Are you coming from Kresk, headed to Kresk? I don't think I've seen you around these parts, so I must imagine you probably haven't been to Valaki yet. Let me tell you, the festivals are quite an affair.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Okay, well,
Um,
you simply must visit Valaki sometime. I imagine you're not headed that way, though. Otherwise, I would ask for an escort. But it's fine. With capital here, I can make my way back just fine, I imagine.
we are headed to Kresk, though we've heard they're not super welcoming of outsiders.
Oh, yes, they like to keep to themselves over there. It's been incredibly difficult trying to form trade relations with them, but what can you do, right?
Any advice on getting through the gates?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Certainly. Fucking
Oh.
come on.
All right, she ponders, like you see in the picture.
Stabs me through the chest.
Yeah.
How dare you ask me that? My parents died trying to get into Kresk.
Kresk killed my grandparents. All right, so unfortunately, it seems like your question, like she doesn't seem to know. She's like she's like not scratching her head, but she's like pondering. She's got like a head on the side of her temple as if to say, "Oh, normally I'm much more helpful than this. I'm so sorry. Oh, bother."
Well, we're resourceful.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck either way. Before you all go, and before I go as well, would any of you like to partake in the ritual? No pressure. That sounds actually kind of awkward now that I think about it. A ritual. Would any of you like to help honor my family?
What's the ritual consist of?
The ritual consists of, well, you all kind of do look. You probably get this a lot. I'm sorry. You look like you're not from around here. So in case you don't know, there's no leaving the Valley of Barovia. Those who attempt to do so, sometimes bad things happen. The same thing applies for the spirits of those who have passed on here. My loved ones cannot rest as they are trapped in the wall of fog. No one can go to the afterlife from here. Some people are reincarnated. You might have heard that, but in case you haven't, you can kind of tell the difference between someone who's a reincarnated soul or not. Also, this is like half her speaking, half me speaking, but they say that I think the wine that you consume here is very important to Barovians, especially those who have been reincarnated multiple times. I'll have to look up the specifically. But she'll say all the procedure entails is taking one of the flowers that she's got here, which are like purple flowers, sprinkling some of this holy water on them, and then offering it up to the mist. Your hands will be fine. The mist goes pretty much after the flower itself, just like as an offering to her ancestor. And above the table, I understand at least one of you might not be able to partake in this particular procedure. By that, I mean Daffodil Silly Pickles, because of course he's. Well, maybe she can. Sorry, I forget. Like objects. Yeah. She could just chuck that in there. All right, but yeah, she'll offer the flowers and the holy water.
Yeah, sure. Keith will partake. What's the harm?
All right, she'll hand you a flower. She'll unscrew, like she'll have the holy water presence there. If you wanna, I don't know, dip or sprinkle, you can like grab the thing. I don't know. You have to take your hands and sprinkle, or you can like have her like tip or you can ask her to sprinkle. I don't know. It's
I'll sprinkle.
All right. Can you, if you offer it up to the wall, I'll ask you to roll your choice of religion or perception. You will get different answers depending on what you use. Perception is to kind of peer through the. As you peer through the fog, as you offer it up, before the flower gets taken by the mist, you see floating, swimming creatures, entities of some sort in the mist. Some are small, some are large. And while you know that creatures such as yourself probably wouldn't last long in the mist, whether physically or mentally, you know, see movement in the mist.
There are creatures in the fog.
Interesting.
Guess some of them have learned to survive in it? Or are unaffected?
Nature truly is incredible. Loads gun.
Lisa will also ask Julian if you wish to partake, and she says no hard feelings if not.
No, I'm allergic to water.
Well, I wasn't interested until I heard about the creatures in the mist. Now you have my attention.
Okay. If you are interested, did you just want to look through the mist or like at it, or did you want to partake in the ritual, which does involve holy water?
Might as well partake in the ritual, at least somewhat.
Okay. Actually, do you have the same weakness to holy water that people like the other vampires have? And like, because you know you're I don't want to say foreign vampire. You're like an imported vampire, right?
Haven't seen anything anywhere that really like directly says that my character is particularly weak to holy water.
Well, you are dead, correct?
I am undead, yes.
And the holy water item does specify undead.
Then yeah, it would impact me.
All right, let me double check this. You can splash the contents. Does that mean contact? Because I'm like reading the thing, and it says you splash the content. What happens if you touch it? I feel like whatever. All right, well, feel free to dip or sprinkle the holy water, and then offer the flower up. You can give me your choice of religion. I think I asked for religion or perception. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Religion or perception is to peer through the fog, which I imagine you want to do. Religion gets you something else based on the fact you're participating in This ritual to honor her loved ones who have gone beyond. Or, sorry, who have failed to go beyond. No offense, Lisa.
If I roll well on perception, will I get new information about the creatures?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll go with perception because I'm better at it.
Okay.
I am bad at it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I apologize. You see the same thing given your role that Keith did. Creatures swimming, moving through the mist. Some large, some small, some darting around. Kind of like some are like fish in the fog. But you do see at least one humanoid finger ambling about.
Interesting.
All right. You can both give yourselves a point of inspiration as I allow you to stack up to your whatever it's called now, your proficiency bonus
Efficiency.
for assisting with Lady Lisa. What's this called? Like a thing? Yeah. She pushes her glasses up again and she'll say, "Well, I must be on my way back to Valaki. They don't let me stay away for long, running me ragged over there."
Yep. Well, it was nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you both as well. If ever you need anything, feel free to ask for me if you ever visit Valaki. Just ask around for Lady Lisa. You can
I'll
find me
keep
in
that in mind.
the northernmost ward. Let's see. The unfortunate do live in the eastern ward. The rich, the more well-off live in the northern ward. The burgomaster is in the bottom ward, and then in the western ward, you got the church, you got the orphanage. Actually, I think someone wrote. I've been corresponding with someone about finding a good home for the children at the orphanage. Some strange things are happening at the orphanage. And I hope that the kids have a good and safe home. So I've been trying to coordinate with the other cities. So it'll be nice to check in on them. Hope the kids are okay. All right. So with that, she's probably gonna step away. Any last words before she drops off?
I don't think so.
Nope. Didn't think of anything.
All right. Off she goes. She greatly does appreciate your assistance with the ritual. You all are free to go back to the gates and wind down that path. As you inevitably do get your tokens moved over there, whether by me or yourselves, the air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. Two square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway, into which is set a pair of 10-foot-tall, iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name, Kresk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously.
Ken walking up the wall.
I was gonna say we can definitely do that if
Push comes to shove.
it comes to that.
These look like children, just for the record.
Yeah, they do. I was about to say.
I have had the foresight to give actual guard tokens, so I'll put them here.
Is that
Are
guy
they
in that?
supposed
in
to
that-
actually be children?
Well, I guess they could be halflings, but
Let me look at their sheet. I'm kind of curious. It says medium humanoid human, any alignment. Info? Oh. It says medium humanoid human. It says human.
They just happen to look like kids, I guess.
Let me see if I can pull up something. Oh, we'll do this one. See how it sounds. Okay.
Take your child to walk day for the wall gods.
This picture of the Barovia Commoner is like one of my favorite pieces of official D&D art. I fucking love it.
Very fun. Very good.
Damn, bro, you got the whole
Collect-
squad laughing.
Such a collection of absolutely miserable pieces of shit. Every moment of life is a cost. The lucky are those who die in their sleep.
All right.
I do greatly enjoy the idea of, like, these guys clutch their spears, watch us nervously, and Julian just, like, meets their gaze and walks up the wall. Maintain eye contact the whole time. Hey, how are you?
All right. One of the guards will say, who are you? What do you want?
Travelers who have business in Kresk.
Can you roll me persuasion check at? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to grant you Oh, that's pretty good. What kind of business you got here?
None yet. No, I don't say that.
Incredible.
Let's see.
Oh, by the way.
We've come to visit the Abbey for religious reasons.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty good. I will say, just for the record, it is later in the day, as you have to trek halfway across Barovia to get here. Can you roll me a flat persuasion check? Or religion, if you would like. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So the guard says, you're one of them religious nuts. I understand. You're here to see the Abbot? What ails ye? Oh, so what did you say? You said you wanted to go to the Abbey for religious reasons? I'm sorry, that... Can you, like, you've succeeded already, but it will help me roleplay the guy if you can give me a little bit more than just religious reasons. I mean, I am willing to play off of that, but I just want to see.
We want to pay our respects.
Oh,
Oh god, is he fucking dead? The Abbot died, man.
Pay your respects, you say. Well, yes, of course, that is fine. You must be accompanied, escorted by us through the city, but once you get outside the city and head up towards the Abbey, you should be good to go. No further escort from us is required. And he will go ahead and cry out to the side, and the doors begin to open. I'm going to move them to the side just to kind of indicate, like, your path forward is fine. You will have an escort of at least 2 guards. And as the doors open, I have something to, because it says once the characters get past the outer wall, let me paste this for you all, and I'm going to read it. The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as if to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, And the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage.
So is this the Abbey up here?
I'm sorry, let me peek over there. Yes, that is the abbey up there. So the guards will kind of like, let me. Basically, the path you'll follow is you'll go north here, a little northeast, and they will probably escort you as far as here.
Don't mind the giant spider.
They kind of like look
fine.
at each other as if that's above their pay grade.
I am a ranger.
Oh, one of them.
My animal companion.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, he says, clutching an advanced copy of the 2024 Player's Handbook by Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah. We're trying to get through it as best we can.
All right, let me. Where's Keith? Where are you at? Let's see. So down here you are. Yeah,
No, yeah, I forgot to move.
You're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to copy all more easily to the next map. I actually am surprised. Not at. I guess I can't speak on it yet. Let me take you to the other map right now.
As we're walking up the hill, Julian just kind of like says to Keith, "You'd think that walking up the hill normally would be easier than walking up at a really steep angle, but it's actually a lot harder just because of how long it takes.
Oh, this is one of the maps.
This shit's exhausting."
I'm blind.
Sorry, it's as I expected. Whenever there's a second copy of a map, it's probably because the first one didn't work. But I'm gonna try real quick the tried and true dynamic lighting on, and then dynamic lighting off. Go back to the page. God. Turn on regular fog of war. It's probably not gonna work, but I really don't want to have to Oh, thank Christ. Oh. You can just go. There's nothing's gonna happen if you don't. You can go straight. You can just go straight to the gate, honestly. But let me reveal a little bit more. I feel like, yeah, probably. There's like fencing over there. All right, S5, S. Okay.
You said we're no longer being escorted?
That is correct, yeah. The switchback road that hugs the cliff is 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as one nears the top. Now that you have come up high enough, I believe you can see beyond the fencing here, so I'm going to reveal more of the map to you all. I'm not revealing the area straight ahead because there is a scene that might happen, but I can at least reveal more of the map in this direction. Oh, bear with me just a sec while I reveal the entirety of... I can't tell if this is... Looks like this is higher ground. No one tell Anakin. All right, give me just a sec to read off S6 just in case something happens. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. its two wings that I'll reveal to you all in just a bit are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which is the one on the map because it's rotated. Let me see if I can get you a compass rose. This is one of the maps where north is west. I'm so sorry. Iron gates. Don't have two wings. Okay. Give me. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal more of the map just to make things a little bit easier, but don't progress past the gates, even though they are unlocked.
Okay, we have to find where the cutscene trigger is. We need to climb up the gate right here by stacking barrels, and then we can clip through here directly into the last room of the Abbey and collect the MacGuffin. And then we can just go to the next location.
Give me just a sec. You all are at Abbey of St. Markovia. Okay, cool. And then you all are in area S6. Okay. Oh, I guess I revealed that portion. All right, so the iron gates are unlocked. What would y'all like to do? You can see that the most immediate entrance is the one right there in the middle, connecting the two wings.
All right, guess we'll go through here.
All right. As you open the iron gates, they squeal loudly.
We already failed the puzzle.
We missed the cutscene trigger. God damn it. I told you we had to stack barrels and climb above it.
We haven't saved since before the fight with the witches.
We're getting into a fight with these two horrible abominations and the S6 token.
The fuck are these things?
Look, I know it's metagaming, but like read up on the S6 token before. Like, I'm not really feeling up to doing that fight.
All right, so they come to emerge from the gatehouses and they say, "Oi, what you doing?" I'll say that it's the top one that says that.
What are they?
Well, they seem to be this. So what? The one on the bottom is like 4 feet 9 inches tall and squats instead of standing upright. Let me see. Give me just. They seem like they're humanoid, but there are things off about them.
They're kind of like a werewolf spawn. Like what's going on with them?
I will. Hold on. Let me
Or is that just a token for a werewolf?
check something else.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? Zoomed in all the way for the first time.
That bottom guy, I don't know what's going on with him.
He's just some normal dude.
Yeah, all right.
Something. Sorry. Waiting for this thing to load a little faster. I have determined that you could ask them yourself, but the one up on the top does look like he has more of a lupine complexion in certain areas. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's reasons why I can't go into further detail. I've been. It's a long story. But yeah, the one
People
up top will
say
ask what you all are doing here.
we've come here looking for information.
Can you roll me a persuasion? And I feel like I'm making.
Right. Well, it's my best skill, so I'm fine with that.
Oh, you're here to. You said looking for information. Oh, you're here to talk to the abbot. Yes. Let us. I'll take you there. I know where that is, but Zigrafrek, why don't you lead the way? Because I definitely know where it is, but I want to make sure you know where it is. The other guy will grumble and say, come on. These are your new best friends, Julian. You should befriend them, and they will help you in the final fight against Strahd von Zarovich.
Hell yeah.
They're both going to lead you actually in front. What was the name? What did you give Izek's weapon's name again? Executioner or something like that.
Damnation.
Damnation! Oh, and in a nat 20! Oh!
Whatever it is, you just killed it.
I want this one dead.
Wait, do you actually want to hit it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do want it dead, though.
Believe you me, you're not the only one here. Did I mean me? Did I mean someone else? Did I mean himself? It's hard to tell. Okay. All right, I have to do the thing I did last time where I have to do some weird revealing. They're going to open the gates, and you're going to see basically like a big old courtyard. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I'm very excited for you all being. You should be able to see the dotted lines on the map. That kind of indicates that there's cover. Not like cover like for the purposes of like avoiding attacks, but like, there's like a thing above it. It's not open to the air as much as it is within the dotted lines. But sorry, give me a sec. There's a lot. This map is very involved. I have to make sure to reveal as much as I can without revealing too much.
Abbey's fucking empty. That reminds me, the first Dragon Quest game that I ever played, I gotta double check which specific one it was. I want to say it was 8. Could be wrong. Maybe it was 9. It was 9. You get the ability to change your class at this particular abbey, at All Trades Abbey.
Yeah.
And the abbot that's in charge of it is named Jack. So he's Jack of all trades.
Oh my god.
And I understood that joke when I played through the game as a kid. However, I had never heard the I had never heard anything more than the phrase Jack of all trades as part of like that saying. So I had never heard the extension of Jack of all trades, Master of none.
Yeah.
So, spoilers for Dragon Quest IX. Jack of all trades Abbey got like corrupted and turned into a monster called the Master of None. Like it's NU''UN, and I was like, I had no idea what the joke there was supposed to be. I read it and I was like, this is clearly supposed to mean like Master of None, but like I'm not really sure. Like I can kind of understand where that's going with regards to like the comparison to like jack of all trades. I can kind of get that,
Mhm.
but I had never heard the phrase jack of all trades, master of none. So like I was just like, I don't really get it. And it seems like kind of a reach, guys. I don't know.
I see.
And then it was years still before I'd heard the full phrase jack of all trades, master of none, but better than a master of one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, All Trades Abbey is a recurring location in the games.
Oh, really? That's neat.
I didn't really like that game. It's very unfortunate. That was the first Dragon Quest game I ever played, and it was the one that was like the least tailored to me as a person. Because like its whole thing was that they leaned in hard on like customization on every level. Like your individual character, custom character. You get to design your own character. Isn't that awesome? You don't get any named party members ever. They're all just faceless NPC mercenaries. So you get to design your entire team. You get to pick their jobs. You get to pick their appearances. Everything. It's awesome. It's great, but not even remotely what I'm looking for in a JRPG. Because I'm like, I am here for the characters, and it is like literally the only Dragon Quest game that does not have a party of named characters.
Dragon Quest is so fucking good with pun names. I think my favorite one is you meet a couple named Mr. and Mrs. Tress, and you have to help out, I think, the ghost of their son who died, and he like ultimately gives you his like flying bed for use in the dream world, and his name is Matt. The game
Yeah,
spells out that his full name is Matt Tress. He's just displayed as Matt, and then his parents are Mr. and Mrs. Tress, so you have to put two and two together.
that's pretty good. I like that. I think to this day, the only other Dragon Quest game I've actually played is Dragon Quest Heroes. The Dynasty Warriors game version of it.
I have a bunch of them. Do you ever want to play them?
I don't.
I got like 4, 5, 6, 8, and 11. I want to say something like that. No, 7, not 8.
Since I got Dragon Quest Heroes on the PS4, it is actually now also available on Steam,
Mhm.
as is Dragon Quest Heroes 2. They're both, like, frankly, way too expensive at this point, but you know, well.
Let me paste the description and I'll read it. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you, but they didn't give me tokens, so you could probably see what happens next. And so it seemed at first, it's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north, that's directly below you, and east, that's directly to your right, lead to the Abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. I'm going to move the NPCs in here, and they're going to do their NPC walk towards the door that you're meant to go through if you want to see the Abbot.
We haven't been directly given free reign of the place, so maybe it would be a good idea to just go straight to the Abbot first. Just like, full disclosure, I have been sent here to fight and or kill multiple people here.
Okay.
So, stab, 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 stab.
Let me go ahead and open the door for you all.
I don't like how slowly this door is opening.
And let me play some different music.
Oh god, the music's changing.
Gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an open rack above a fire and a hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. Standing behind which is a familiar face. And next to this familiar face is a handsome young individual in a brown monk's robe who gently takes the woman by her hand, who looks exactly like Irina.
Imposter.
How in the fuck did you get here before us?
We have been on quite a detour.
She seems lost in her own thoughts. The individual in the brown monk's robe turns to you all and says, "Welcome, children. What can I do for you? Welcome to the Abbey of St. Markovia."
Okay, so she is like definitely charmed. The way that guy talks, he is definitely lawful evil.
I will have you... Anyway.
Lighting says reading the part in the book where it says.
What are you talking about?
I didn't mean to do that. I was just clicking through my spell, sorry.
Oh.
It says the vocal direction that I was given was said in lawful evil tone, okay? Alright, Keith, what are we actually here for?
Oh, hey, Irina. What are you doing here?
She doesn't even look directly at you. She's like staring off into the middle distance like I am after a long day of work. And the individual in the monk's robe says, "Irina, you say? So you know where she is. Tell me, where is she?"
Or we just
Right,
kind of like...
right there.
"Oh, this little thing." He kind of like tousles the hair a little. "Oh, no. This is not the Irina I've heard so much about. This is not her at all. I need real Irina." And as you peer closely, you do see some faint themes in the skin of this quote unquote Irina, who kind of like tilts her head and looks directly at you, Keith.
Uh-huh.
So tell me, you said you were here for some information. Well, how about this? I'll provide you with information if you can tell me where Irina is, or where she, or bring her to me here.
What business do you have with her?
That would be such a pain in the ass. I am not going all the way there and back.
To recap, just for the class and also for myself, because I have to keep track of the location of at least 4 different Irinas across my 3 campaigns. Where is your Irina right now?
I don't
Go tell
remember.
This is the Abbot pretending to be lightning.
No, I mean, like, she's not at the... Is she at the church in Valaki?
She is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She's in the church in the ash pile formerly known as Valaki.
Okay. So I will just say then.
I'm sure she's fine.
Okay. So the abbot just like looks hungrily at you all but has offered this one of a kind deal. Keith, would you like to take it? The location of Irina as you last knew her in exchange for the delicious information you're looking for that the abbot surely has.
This guy seems trustworthy.
What information are we here for again? The location of the instrument of order?
Yeah, but also I think you wanted to come here because like there's some powerful monsters or some shit to kill, which is probably this guy.
I think that is the implication. I mean, like, frankly, like, yeah, when I was told that there was power to be had at this location, I assumed that that meant, oh, cool, there's people here that I can kill.
Yeah. Just as a
Fights
reminder,
worth having, beings worth drinking.
is how do you rule inspiration again? Do you have to use it before or after or what?
I let you. I'm a benevolent DM for the most part. I let you use it afterwards. Like if you're rolling
Okay.
shitty, you can just roll again with the inspiration. How much inspiration do you have, by the way? As I regret having given. No, I'm kidding. How much do you have?
To my knowledge, the one you just gave us is the first one I've gotten in this camp. Actually, no, it's probably not true. I think we got one for burying the kids back in the death house or something.
Well, I do apologize then that you are now halfway at least through the campaign, and I've only given you those one or two. I'll try my best to give you some more down the line. But thanks, Lisa, from the bottom of her heart. Thanks you for. I don't know, just showing kindness.
She's in the church in Valaki.
God, I wish you said that in person.
I did not.
I know. I know.
People say, last we saw her, she was with us when we visited Count von Strahd. Is that his name, von Strahd?
It's Strahd
No, it's
von
Strahd.
Zarevich.
God von Zarevich. That would be the most hilarious way to, like, give away that you're lying.
Yeah, no. But
Or
he says her real
comically
name. He'll just say Strahd. She was with us when we visited Strahd's castle. We left her there.
Can you roll? Wait. Can you roll me a deception check? I had to think about it because across the different timelines, I'm just.
I will use my inspiration. So do I have to re-roll it?
I would prefer that you re-roll it. Okay, 17
Alright.
is better. I am going to do this. I mean, like publicly as we always do. Let me just gear. Whisper toggle. Normal public. All right. Insight time. With a successful 14. I mean, an unsuccessful 14. A successful 17 on your part.
Good thing I used that inspiration.
You said that she was last. Oh, can you repeat what you said again? I'm so sorry. I actually didn't expect this to work.
I said last time we saw her, she was with us when we visited Strahd's castle. We left her there.
Oh, you left her there? Can't believe you would do such a thing. Don't you know? God hires Irina. What? How long ago was this? You must take her away from there post haste.
So we can bring her here?
That's right.
For what purpose?
I need. Well, hold on. Before I answer that, sorry. Thank you for letting me know. What did you want in return for such delicious piece of information?
I'm on the lookout for a certain artifact of great power that I was told is local to Barovia. I've heard it referred to as the Instrument of Order.
Artifact of great power, you say?
Or at least I assume it is.
I do know of something very, very valuable. And you did tell me where Irina is. Of course, I cannot leave my important duties here at the Abbey, tending to the patients who need me. And caring for the people of Kresk who are in such a bad way, you know. All their sheep most of their sheep. Sorry, not all their. Most of their sheep. Something has been going wrong, and I fear they may not survive the winter. They might very well starve without my help. So it's important that I must stay here. But perhaps I could send some of my people to head to the location you mentioned and retrieve Irina. Once she is safe in my hands, I am going to be more than happy to hand over the powerful artifact to you, despite it being my most valuable possession.
Well, we plan on revisiting Strahd ourselves at one point, and would be happy to retrieve her from him. But we're going to need all the help we can get if we want to, If he decides he doesn't want to let her go, it would help if we had some powerful implements.
Oh, I wouldn't say what I hold is powerful.
Hmm.
Just immersive.
I don't like this guy.
You wouldn't be the first?
He doesn't say that.
I know.
Still, Still, we've been it has been suggested to us that we get it before we meet up with Strahd again. So, if you were to give it to us now, we'd be happy to.
You said meet up with Strahd again? You've met Strahd?
Yeah, actually, remind me, is that a lie? I don't remember if we have.
It is a lie, yes.
Okay. We were invited to a dinner.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, I hope it was just as wonderful as I'm imagining.
Well, I don't eat, but
Oh. Well, it's okay if
But,
vampires don't either.
uh,
But I still
I'm
hope
sure
it
the
was
people
as
who ate
wonderful.
it. I'm sure the people who ate it thought it was wonderful.
You were invited to dinner? And I wasn't? Going over here. Oh.
Dude's just a sad Strahd simp.
You were invited to dinner and I wasn't. Well, it's okay. No hard feelings. That's the way things go sometimes. To recap, you're asking if
I'm asking to get the artifact up front.
oh yeah, like a advance payment situation.
Right.
Let me see. The last thing you rolled was the deception. I would like to ask you to make a very difficult persuasion roll.
Come on, natural 20! Fuck!
I feel
Julie,
I
give me-
should. I feel I should ask a question
course, please
that
do.
I wanted to ask Oleo,
Yeah.
but it slipped my mind.
Okay.
Am I taking damage for being in this abbot?
No.
In this abbey?
That's a good question. No, you're not. You're fine.
What seems to be the problem?
What, you don't like my
It occurs to me
answer?
that this place is not consecrated ground.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that for me.
Oh, actually, I think there's something on the side, like a sign that I forgot to read off to you all because I don't think it was in. Let me see. Saint Mark. Yeah. It's like a little story thing. It's cute. Maybe not.
Kind of like lean over. Keith, it occurs to me that this place is not consecrated ground, and that should probably spell out something pretty bad about the abbot. Otherwise, I would be dead.
Ardent.
Yeah,
Oh.
this guy's very untrustworthy.
Yeah.
Okay. In case I didn't paste this to you all yet, the entrance 10. Which one's 10? Was that your opening here? Oh, this is before you find out that the guards are actually just scarecrows. So to the right of the doors, mounted on the wall is a tarnished copper plaque, and it says, "Abbey of St. Markovia, may her light cure all illness." So you would have seen that on the way in. Just
Mhm.
remember that one.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry, the outside. So with the 13 persuasion, he'll say, "I'm so sorry. It is my most treasured possession. It would be incredibly difficult for me to part with it until I can ensure that my second most treasured possession is complete."
That being Irina.
No. That being Tatiana.
Is that Tatiana?
Yeah, who's Tatiana?
Tatiana is Strahd's one true love. This here is Vasilka. Vasilka, say hi to the good people, will you? And he kind of like nudges her forward, and she kind of like, she's not even looking at any of you anymore, but she kind of musters a weak wave before putting her hand back down.
Oh man, I just had a bad idea that has a chance. That has a big chance to backfire. But we're probably gonna have to kill this guy anyway. So
Keith is just going through this whole conversation, and Julian is just looking over his shoulder, waiting for him to like exhaust every dialogue option
Yeah.
before we get into the fight.
it's weird. The dialogue to exit the dialogue just says attack.
Mm-hmm.
There's no buy. Nice.
I should
Well,
be going.
it's possible that she's not at Strahd's anymore. So I suppose while your people go and check up on Strahd's castle, we can look elsewhere for her.
Okay. Well, just know that once you bring Irina here, I shall grant you the artifact, and all your wildest dreams will come true.
Do I get the feeling he's telling the truth?
You can roll me insight if you like.
Ah,
You sense
what are the chances of this guy has high deception?
that if you bring Irina to the Abbot, you will receive the immersive artifact of which they speak.
Okay,
You will
well,
receive your just reward.
all right. I will we'll head out then. We have business elsewhere, so we'll be back when we have news.
Okay. Please hurry. I do not want Irina to be there for too long. The not Irina gives you all a weak wave as you go. As you step out, the NPCs over here will say, "So how'd it go? Get the information you need."
We're on the right track anyway.
Okay. All right. Now that
Would you say that we're out of earshot of the guards at this point?
let me think about it.
I was gonna ask if they're following us.
You are out of earshot. They're not following you. You're out of earshot of the guard that's on top, not the guard on the bottom, because for reasons I'm not going to get into right now, he has a better hearing.
Oh, weird. I say we. Alright, so one of us should disguise as Irina.
Oh my gosh, I was kind of sad that you all were leaving, and then I forgot that you both have the ability to disguise yourselves. At will, correct?
You weren't kidding. It is such a good ability in his campaign.
I feel like I needed a timestamp when I gave you both. When I gave the second one of you like that cape from when you were in Castle Ravenloft, and just be like, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
We both disguised as Irina.
One of us tells only truth. The older one tells only lies.
Incredible. All right, let me get an Irina.
Irina and Lyrina.
Incredible.
All right. All right. Do you want to do it or should I? I guess I was the one who.
By the gods, Keith, how obviously evil does someone have to be before we are able to just attack them?
Don't get me wrong. We are absolutely going to attack him as soon as we have the artifact.
Oh my god.
Which we can potentially do right now if you disguise as Irina.
Why do I have to be the one to disguise as Irina?
Because I'm better at talking than you are.
Just once. Just once. I wish that you would let me just be in charge of the conversation. At least then we can cut to the chase and I could just walk away holding the head of my quarry.
I mean, we can do that. Do you want me to be Irina? Do you want to lead the conversation?
If we're going through these theatrics, we might as well have the playmaster in charge.
Thank you. We all have our strong suits.
Yes, we do. It's a shame only some of us get to actually use them.
You'll get to use it in like 5 minutes, regardless of how well this goes.
I'm sure this will not be immediately obvious, considering the fact that Castle Ravenloft is on the other bloody side of the valley.
Why don't you let me handle that? And if I mess it up, well, guess what? You get to jump to the chase even faster.
Thank you for giving me control of the Irina token.
Yes, I've given you both control just so I don't have to.
Now to the guards. Ha! Speak of the devil.
The guard on the bottom will say, "Hey, who's that pretty dame you've got there?"
This is exactly who the abbot's looking for.
Huh? That's that. Tatiana?
Close enough. I think, for the sake of your pay grade, yes.
I get paid.
Oh, we gotta kill this fucking guy. Keep says in his head.
I
mean, I'm not exactly expecting that these guys are like moral, upstanding citizens who like.
Is that the face of a killer?
No, but it's the face of someone I want to kill.
He'll repeat the exact same line in the same cadence. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. I just ran into her as I was walking out.
Strange. I thought you informed me that she was last seen at Castle Ravenloft, which is on the other side of Barovia. That's what.
Well, yeah, that was days ago. It's been like days or maybe even close to a week.
Can you roll me deception at advantage?
Come on, Keith. Dice. All
right, it is time for another public roll from the Abbot themselves. An 11. Wow, you are doing very well, Bralef.
This dude's way too trusting.
Oh, how fortuitous. Irina, you're here. Please come quickly. Come quickly. There's much work to be done.
Now, if you wouldn't mind holding up your end of the bargain.
Oh, right. The artifact. Oh, yes. Please. You must come with me. This is strange because I've never had anyone. Hold on.
I've never had anyone talk to him without ripping his head off.
No. I've never had anyone over before. Lightning has not had to utilize my actual bedroom for anything.
Huh?
All right,
Bralef, I'm gonna kill you.
Kresk.
What did I do?
Give me a sec. You're in S13 right now. Music comes from S17. Where's his room? Upstairs. Okay. Wow. Well, he will lead Vasilka by the hand and implore you all to come upstairs. Give me just a moment. It bothers me that they put the lower floor and the upper floor on the same map. Sorry, just give me a little bit longer. Wait, 20. Okay. Oh god, I'm so disoriented. What the fuck? Ugh. So you know how the map you're on right now, left is supposed to be north, up is supposed to be east? Guess what fun shit they have on this floor that I am currently in the process of fogging up and revealing for you all.
The compass on the top floor is oriented differently.
Yeah, it's oriented the quote unquote correct way, north, east, southwest.
That's so
Oh,
stupid.
God.
So weird.
Wizards of the Coast, I'm blaming you for. Okay. Right, you. Oh man, hold on, let me take you back. It's the huge. It's the huge over here. Gotta turn on dynamic lighting. Turn off dynamic lighting. You think with all these Roll20 updates, they wouldn't have this issue anymore? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay, let's try this again. Round. All right. S17. This is very interesting. This is new ground for no other party has made their way up here before. I'm going to paste the description, and I will have the abbot say it. The wooden stairs climb 20 feet to a loft with a pitched roof and a door in the center of the south wall. Unlit lanterns hang from the rafters, and a rope dangles from a bronze bell lodged in the belfry 30 feet overhead. The room is filled with the sound of beautiful music, a melody so enchanting that it adds a bit of much-needed warmth to the otherwise freezing room. A cot heaped with furs rests in the northeast corner, surrounded by empty wine bottles. An oil lamp burns atop a table nearby. Oh, I had the camera say that. Whoopsie. But yeah, that's all you see, and he will continue to as I try to find. The abbot will take Vasilka over this way and open this door, revealing the outer area, like the upper floor. Think of it as like Cooper Brothers Castle in Paper Mario 64, like where the areas you tread are basically just the areas you've been before, but at a different level. And you see that the abbot is currently leading you all towards this room over here. You can see the scarecrows that you thought would have been guards theoretically if this entire map were designed a little bit better. All right, S20. A wooden counter shaped like an L stands at the front of this spacious office. All the other furniture is rotted away, leaving heaps of moldy wood and faded cloth. Let me reveal. He is going to step here, behind here, and kind of like wrangle some stuff right here. He will actually also, before he does this, he opens the far door, and he'll say, Irina, could you be a dear and wait for me in this room over here while I bring this artifact over to... Wait, didn't you have another person with you?
Oh, he's continuing our business elsewhere.
Oh, I see. Okay. So he'll ask the quote unquote real Irina to step into that room beyond as he continues to rummage through his things in here.
Arian will invisibly follow on Julian's shoulder.
Okay.
You can whisper to him if anything comes up, and he'll tell Keith.
All right. The abbot is going to go ahead and he has a cloth bag in his hand that he pulled out of a chest. And he will go ahead and he's moving towards the door as if he's going to close it.
Is that it there?
Oh, yes, my most prized possession, the abbot says, going over to close this door. Well, thank you so much for bringing Irina to me. I am very excited. I have the correct soul put into Vasilka's body. Well, here you go. And he will hold out the bag to you.
Keith will just sort of instinctively hold the bag away from himself as he opens it, but then look inside.
Okay. So you see a leather-bound tome framed in silver trim. You see that a crest of a raven with wings spread is embedded into the center. And the abbot will say, well, hope you enjoy. Parting is such sweet sorrow. And then they rub their hands together, grab Vasilka's hands, and they turn towards the door with the intention of opening it to step through. Eve, what would you like to do?
Keith will mentally tell Carrion to tell Julian he's about to open the door. I got it. And he'll start walking back.
Okay.
But will, turn around to
Sure.
look over his shoulder as
The abbot opens the door wide, licking their lips, ready to meet Irina. Julian, anything you'd like to do now that the door is open? And Keith, anything you'd like to do now that you have what appears to be the artifact?
I will put it in my backpack, and I will prepare to attack with a Shadow Strike, assuming Julian initiates combat.
I'll get back to you. What would you like to do for the second to last thing that happens this session?
I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna hold my action to attack the abbot as soon as he opens the door.
Okay. In that case, the abbot will step here. Keith, tell me. You opened the sack away from you, correct? And you peeked inside
Yep.
and you saw what appeared to be a leather-bound tome framed in silver trim.
Mm-hmm.
How are you putting it into your bag?
I'll probably keep it in the sack for now, but then I'll put the whole sack into my backpack.
I see. Okay, well, as you close up the sack, you see that the tome glowing.
Who? I'll make note of that, and if combat for some reason doesn't happen in the next 6 seconds, he might open it up and look at it.
Okay. Well, then, as I'm going to ask at least for one roll before we call it, just in case things go south for either the Abbot, for Julian, myself. You've held your action. The Abbot again opens the door, lips mid-lick. Julian, what are you hitting it with? A
Assuming
29
a 29
Misses.
is successful.
As soon as the Abbot opens the door, Julian just stabs the greatsword directly into his gut.
Nice. All right, directly into his gut, you say, correct?
Yes.
All right. The Abbot kind of looks down at this and looks up at you. Oh, I'm sorry, do you still look like Irina, or do you look like yourself now? I forget. I apologize.
No, I dropped the
You
disguise.
dropped the disguise. And the Abbot will say, huh? Like sword in gut, will say. What? Where did Irina go? Hey, you! I thought business sent elsewhere. Can you help me find Irina? I seem to have. They're like looking around the room. They don't see. Where is Irina?
Is the blade coming through him on the other side covered in blood?
Sure.
Okay, so Keith will follow up with his held action and shadow strike him.
Right. Do have blood. Sorry, I have to check something. Okay, Bing sucks ass. I will say that here on camera. Every time I've been looking up something D&D related, Google somehow has been better. Oh, you what?
A crucial question,
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
Beyond if it does damage, beyond if there is blood, I need to ask, do I gain a fury point for hitting a living creature that can bleed?
That's a very good question. I'm trying to see if it has blood. I do not know, but because this person is not undead. All right, I'm just going to level with you. I have to ask you honestly because that way I'll be able to get the question correct.
Mhm.
And sorry, you see the sword sticking out the other side. What was Keith doing?
Eldritch blasting him. Shadow strike.
Okay. Do Celestials have blood?
That's not the creature type I
am
expected you to
having
ask.
a lot of difficulty finding an answer.
I was thinking like fiend. I was thinking. Depends, I guess. I'm just gonna type in D&D 5e Celestial. Celestials by CR. Let's see. Homebrew. No, that's incorrect.
I do see some people who are basically saying that they did run Celestials with blood in their Curse of Strahd campaign.
Hawaddle,
Oh,
Pegasus.
I guess it's Asimar, which is like.
Yeah, Asimar's bleed. Like, angels might not, but like Celestial also includes things like Pegasus, unicorns, Coattles, and those things bleed. So I would say
Demons bleed?
probably.
Okay, well, I'll probably give this guy blood then. So sure, Julian, you get blood out of this. It might look different from traditional blood, but you do get blood. I'm not asking for initiative yet, just because it doesn't seem like this person is like, like you look. The abbot looks more like, oh, you kind of like poked me in my gut. I kind of need that for human functions. But Keith, you were readying a Shadow Strike or something?
Mhm.
Okay, I want to see if your thing hits. So,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
all right.
I have advantage because he didn't expect it.
All right, so with the 11 and the 14, they both kind of like dink off the back of its head, like, and he like turns around and he'll say, "You feel a pulling sensation coming from your back. I need you to roll me your choice of athletics or acrobatics."
Fuck me.
Oh my gosh.
You're not taking this book.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, with a natural 20, you hold on to...
No, you gave this to me fair and square.
I see no Irina here. Okay. Keith, with your attack sailed wide, Julian, I'll give you another turn before we probably call it there, actually. What would you like to do?
You're giving me another turn?
That's correct.
Okay, well, start with a bonus action to rage.
Okay.
Smart. If this guy's actually good and he's just super weird, that's gonna be fucked up. But like, I don't trust like that, man.
I mean, I don't care. Okay, so let's see. Bonus action to rage, and now damnation. One-handed. You know what? I'm gonna reckless attack on this. Actually,
Okay.
give myself
Smart.
advantage on my 3 attacks. So damnation, one-handed, 28.
28 will hit.
13 slashing damage plus 2 for my rage bonus.
All right, I'll apply that.
Bestial claw does a 17 hit.
Let me check. The 17 will hit.
That's another 6 slashing plus 2 for rage.
Okay, applied.
And
But Lightning, you
last
forgot to put the indicator that he's below a quarter health.
The
20,
20
so
will
I
hit.
assume that one hit.
Mhm.
And that's another 11 slashing damage.
All right, I've applied that. I'm not putting any indicators on at this time. I assume you like
Fuck.
basically have the sword like piercing through them, and then you're like slashing with your claw.
Basically.
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, actually, I will have taken the sword out and quickly sheathed that to swap to my axe and my claws.
Okay.
Damnation seems fitting for a celestial. Not that we know he's a celestial, but
True.
he's just a fucking weirdo.
He kind of gutted the drama of my attack, and that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
All right, you look at this. Not that you technically might know, but you look at the abbot's fit, and the face of confusion soon turns to wrath. And you imagine that next time on Strahd's first Eviction notice, you'll be beginning things off with combat. I will call the session.
Oh, did we fuck up? Oh man, oh fuck.
I mean, I came here to fight something anyway, so.
I mean, I knew this guy wasn't just gonna be a commoner, but like, he seems more powerful than I thought he was gonna be.
Okay, yes, I used my. Yeah. Last time, on my last turn, it was just a held action, so I didn't get to use any bonus action. Okay, yeah.
What did he say as he was going in? Like, something about a soul?
Oh, yeah, he was gonna, like, stick Irina's soul into this thingy.
To Tatiana.
That's not Tatiana.
That's correct.
That's.
That is not Tatiana.
That's.
Gotcha.
I think the
Oh wait,
implication
no, Tatiana is
is,
Strahd's. Okay, right.
but he said Tatiana was like his goal, basically. So I think the idea is that he's like trying to combine a bunch of different people's souls into this one body to like recreate this Tatiana person or something. That's why I think this is going anyway.
Yeah, that's my interpretation.
I guess we'll see. Anything?
So-
yeah, go ahead.
None of your other parties have come here, huh?
My other parties have met with the abbots. The first party whisked Vasilka away under. Let me get this right. I don't remember what happened, but the second party tried attacking the abbot. They were so underleveled that they did the same thing. Like the abbot was like, "Huh? What are you doing?" Oh, because the attack didn't hit. And then
Oh.
they convinced the abbot that they were working for Strahd and had requested Vasilka immediately or something like that, and so were able to Irina was with the party, but she was disguised as an old woman so that they could get into Kresk. At least in one of the parties. So the second party definitely has not fought the abbot, but they're itching to go back now that they're more leveled. They've already done they're finishing up at Argynvostholt. They did the Brez stuff. So they're in a better position to take on the abbot, just like you all are. I'm sure.
So you're telling me that none of your other parties have killed this guy yet?
I don't think so. You'll be fine.
Hey, we get to be the first in something.
Yeah, we get to be the first killed by the abbot.
No.
I mean, we just killed a fucking like really powerful witch and then leveled up and got more powerful. So like,
True.
Though I don't think that the Sunblade would help us here.
Probably not.
What? No, you should definitely try the Sunblade against this guy.
Celestials hate force damage.
You mean Radiant?
Oh, is it radiant? Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense. Celestials hate radiant damage. It is radiant.
All right. Anything else for the class before I take us away on this end?
I think that's it for me.
All right. Well, I'm excited for next session, that is for sure, and I hope you all are too. I hope you all have a good night, a good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you are, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.